Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool prepared to sell star forward if Mohamed Salah signs new contract. The Liverpool future of Luis Diaz could hinge on what happens to Mohamed Salah, amid strong interest in the Colombian forward from Barcelona and leading Saudi Pro League clubs. Diaz has been a key figure in Liverpool's charge towards the Premier League title this season, beginning the campaign in his familiar left-wing role but later transitioning into a makeshift number 9 due to a lack of faith in Darwin Núñez while Diogo Jota was injured. He has more recently moved back to the left, coinciding with Cody Gakpo's fitness issues. But speculation about a potential Anfield exit has been building for several months. Diaz will soon enter the final 2 years of his contract, and Sport has tipped Liverpool to let forwards leave if they are successful in tying Salah to a new deal. Diaz arguably holds significantly more value than others, which would be more helpful for Liverpool in terms of raising funds to invest elsewhere in the squad. The report from Spain adds that the former Porto star has become one of the most coveted targets for Barcelona sporting director Deco. But recruiting him has been complicated by Saudi clubs Al Nassr and Al Ahly, capable of offering far more money than the still cash-strapped Catalans. Barcelona would need to rely on Diaz's personal desire to play for the club to give them a chance. Even then, Liverpool's reported asking price of €75 million, £65 million, is too much for their budget, although it is optimistically suggested the player could request that the Reds lower it. Liverpool paid an initial €45 million, £37.5 million, for Diaz in January 2022, topped up by various add-ons. He made 51 appearances across all competitions last season, but 2024-25 has already been the most prolific of his time on Merseyside, with 14 goals overall. Salah is among the frontrunners for this season's Ballon d'Or prize, having racked up 32 goals and 22 assists in all competitions. But those lofty standards have worked against him recently as a dip in form has attracted significant attention. Liverpool's 3-2 defeat to Fulham on Sunday was the fourth consecutive game in which Salah has failed to find the back of the net, while he has not scored from open play since February 23, a run which now stretches to 7 games. With Salah now enduring his worst goal drought in over 2 years, slot back the Egypt international to rediscover his shooting boots in the near future. Maybe he should see criticism as a compliment because his numbers were not normal when he was scoring, Slot said after the game. The good thing about Mo is he knows what kind of player he is. Stay tuned for all the latest updates, reactions, and transfer news from Anfield. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Liverpool content. Our second news is Romano drops Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Salah contract updates after Liverpool deal agreed. Fabrizio Romano has weighed in on what the futures hold for Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk and Mohamed Salah amid claims one Liverpool deal has been agreed. The superstar trio are all out of contract at season's end, and whether they have futures at Anfield has become a constant talking point throughout the season. Alexander-Arnold is expected to sign with Real Madrid via free agency. However, the common consensus is both Van Dijk and Salah will pen fresh terms on Merseyside. Indeed, The Athletic's David Ornstein recently claimed it's a matter of when and not if Van Dijk and Salah re-sign with Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk has spoken in the last 24 hours and said there has been progress in talks over a new contract for him, Ornstein told NBC Sports earlier this week. It's been my understanding throughout that Liverpool are confident, optimistic of renewing Van Dijk. And now it's a case of when rather than if he will put pen to paper barring any last-minute hitches. The talks and negotiations have been positive and cordial. It's the same situation with Mohamed Salah, continued Ornstein. Liverpool have been confident throughout that they will retain his services, and as I said with Van Dijk, it's more a case of when rather than if that is going to happen now. That will be really good news for them. One journalist who's taken it a step further regarding Salah is Sky Sports Switzerland reporter, Sasha Tavalieri. He claimed Salah has reached an agreement in principle with Liverpool Football Club to extend his adventure until June 2027. The speculation surrounding all three of Liverpool's impending free agents has prompted transfer guru, Fabrizio Romano, to provide an update of his own. Via his newsletter with Give Me Sport, Romano stated Liverpool are fully confident of extending Van Dijk and Salah's stays. What's more, the club are determined to iron out the final details with both players with all haste. However, Romano again pointed to Alexander-Arnold's future laying over at the Bernabeu. Liverpool maintain their confidence for both Salah and Van Dijk to stay and sign new deals, reported Romano. The club absolutely want to get it done ASAP, as soon as possible, as Trent is getting closer and closer to Real Madrid. However, Romano again pointed to Alexander-Arnold's future laying over at the Bernabeu. Liverpool maintain their confidence for both Salah and Van Dijk to stay and sign new deals. Thank you. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates? Comment below. Our last news is Arne Slot keeping close eye on top Liverpool target as Reds rule out moves for £140 million Premier League duo. It is no secret that Liverpool are entering the summer transfer market in search of a new striker. The Reds' frailties in the number 9 position have come to light over the last month, with the 2 games against PSG and Newcastle before the international break showcasing how much Arne Slot's side struggles to score when Mohamed Salah has an off day. Darwin Núñez is expected to leave Liverpool this summer, while the future of Diogo Jota at Anfield remains up in the air, although the Portuguese star is expected to remain on Merseyside. In order to replace outgoing stars, Liverpool have been linked with several strikers in recent weeks, and it has emerged that the Reds are keeping a close eye on one target in particular. Eintracht Frankfurt's Hugo Ekitike is a top target for Liverpool. Newcastle's Alexander Isak is Liverpool's top target for the number 9 role in Slot's team ahead of the 2024-25 campaign. However, the Reds will find it very difficult to lure the £150 million star away from the Tyneside club. That has left them looking for alternatives, and Eintracht Frankfurt's Hugo Ekitike tops that list as the French star can be signed this summer for a deal worth around £67 million, €80 million, half the price of Isak. In a new report from the Daily Mail, Lewis Steele has stated that Ekitike is a player Liverpool are certainly watching and that it is a transfer worth keeping a close eye on. Hugo Ekitike is the name that pops up the most when I speak to people, so I think it is fair to say he is one to keep a close eye on, Steele said on Liverpool's search for a new striker. The France under-21 star has scored 19 goals and made 8 assists for Eintracht Frankfurt this season and ticks a lot of boxes in terms of his age profile and experience. He is playing every week in a top league and has European experience, too. There are other names Liverpool are believed to have an interest in. However, a £140 million Premier League duo have been ruled out ahead of the summer transfer window. Liam Delap and João Pedro will not be moving to Liverpool. Liverpool have shown an interest in Liam Delap as the Ipswich Town striker can leave Portman Road this summer for around £40 million. The English talent is a complete number 9, and that is a profile that Slot is interested in adding to his squad. More of a false 9 profile, Liverpool have also been linked to João Pedro as the Brighton forward reminds those at Anfield of Roberto Firmino, who was a big success on Merseyside. The Brazilian has a £100 million price tag on his head, which will be a major turnoff for the Premier League leaders. Thank you. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss.